In Alien, Earth Episode 6, titled Emergence, chaos escalates on Prodigy's Neverland Research Island, making escape seem like the only option for Joe Hermit, played by Alex Lawther. Joe is desperate to flee with his hybrid sister Wendy Sydney Chandler, especially after Prodigy scientist Arthur Sylvia David Risdall disables her tracking device. However, the island is heavily guarded, and boy cavalier Samuel Blinken is unlikely to let his prize hybrid go easily. As Joe, Wendy, and fellow hybrid Nibs Lily Newmark attempt their escape, tensions rise, and the resulting conflict threatens to tear Joe and Wendy apart for good. Ahead of the next episode, Collider sat down with Alex Lawther to discuss the major developments in Joe's character arc, including the emotional fallout from that cliffhanger and how it shapes the finale. Lawther reflected on Joe's motivations, the unsettling graveyard scene, and what it was like working with real creature performers in the series. Joe's breaking point and urge to escape. Lawther shared that Joe's decision to leave the island didn't come from one specific event, but rather a gradual realization. He sees the hybrid children, particularly Wendy, as deeply vulnerable and recognizes that they lack genuine care or protection. Although Prodigy's scientists claim to be caregivers, their actions reflect corporate control rather than compassion. The moment Joe fully understands the threat to Wendy, especially in a key conversation with Arthur, clarifies his need to act. The escape plan wasn't in the original plot. It was added during filming, which helped give Joe's role more urgency and depth. Lawther emphasized that Joe isn't just reacting emotionally. He's facing the ethical consequences of staying in a place that's increasingly dangerous for his sister. Graveyard scene and Joe's inner conflict. One of the most haunting moments in the episode is when Joe, Wendy, and Nibs come across a graveyard containing the remains of their original human selves. Seeing Wendy's grave forces Joe into a psychological paradox. The sister he knew as a child lies buried, yet a version of her is standing beside him. Joe has chosen to care for this hybrid Wendy, but the confrontation with her physical remains reopens his. When Joe later shoots Nibs, it exposes an uncomfortable truth. He hasn't fully accepted Wendy's hybrid nature. Despite claiming to care for the hybrids, he still operates with a human-centric mindset, placing humans above hybrids in an unspoken hierarchy. This complicates his supposed unconditional love for Wendy. Working with creature performers. Lawther also talked about working alongside creature actors instead of relying on CGI. For him, having physical xenomorphs on set made the scenes more believable and emotionally grounded. It created a shared reality for both actors and crew, reducing the mental strain of imagining danger and instead allowing for a more immersive performance. Ultimately, Lawther believes Joe is a more conflicted character than he appears. His intentions may be good, but the finale will test whether he truly accepts Wendy or still sees her as something less than human.